start with the meeting of the minutes of the meeting from August 21st. Pull your mic down. Sorry.
Oh, nice.
If everybody has had a chance to review the minutes, I'll accept a motion to approve.
Madam Chairman, I move we accept the minutes as presented for review.
I second.
Okay. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor of approving the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, we will move on to consider 309 East 5th Street.
Yeah, Roy Foster had put in this. He says it's in the Freddie Mac Home Steps program. This is the demo lot we just did a demo on it, 309 East 5th Street. It's in the historic park, the historic district. We can officially, from what I'm understanding, enter the system. We can put a bid in for $1. And if nobody else kind of comes in, I believe is the way this works. If nobody comes in over the top, we essentially get the lot for $1. So there potentially could be other investors that come in and grab it. And, you know, hey, if that's the free market, we'd rather go to the private side anyways. So, but if it were to end up in anybody's hands, the land bank has the most, I would say, control to really tee this lot up, especially with it being in the historic district. There's going to be a little more to this than just a simple throwing a house on the lot for infill. So what we need from you is we need to send a letter to Roy Foster that says the land bank has interest in acquiring this lot for a bid for $1. With some sort of closing parameters. We've put in there 30 days, due diligence. You can read that letter that we've drafted. It is a draft letter, but if you guys are approving of this, then we'll go ahead and get this letter formalized, let Casey sign it, and I can move it over to Roy and get the process started. So I'll tee it up to Chris if he's got anything to add, maybe that I didn't.
I think Zach covered it. As I understood it, Roy, the broker, wanted an offer letter. Zach and I agreed that we couldn't do that administratively. It would have to go to this board. And then I think you'll see my edits to the letter. I just wanted to make sure that it preserves some due diligence rights for the land bank to make sure, obviously, it's not subject to any liens and environmental. So hopefully this letter will suffice for Roy, but we wanted to make sure that the land bank's interests were protected, that we're not just agreeing to take it with zero due diligence. So that's what we tried to accomplish with the letter.
So question, so is the legal owner then Freddie Mac at this point? And
Here, I can pull it up.
how is Roy getting paid out of this deal if typically it's a percentage thing and we're offering $1? Why is he pushing to have us jump in the hat or throw our hat in?
I think he was with the client before the demo. I think that's where he was rolling this on, and I think it's almost a tax situation where they're just looking to offload it this way, and maybe he's just running it for the.
So who paid for the demo, and are there back taxes or anything that he's avoiding by rolling it to us? Or
that's what I'm hold on, I'm pulling up the lot now on GIS. Give me a second, sorry.
And I agree with your concern, and that was part of that edit, that obviously it's a different decision for the land bank if we're taking it subject to a $15,000 demo lien. Maybe you still want it, maybe you don't, but we didn't want to just jump in feet first and say we'll take it. So that's what we're trying to preserve and make sure we understood that.
I show ownership as the Federal Home Loan Mortgage Corporation, Ameritrust Federal Credit Union.
Okay, so Ameritrust owns it. Yep. Who paid for the demo, or who?
Let me see if there's anything on the taxes are all clear. Tax bill, I don't see it's only showing calendar year 24 on Harvey County GIS. So I'm guessing that any kind of demo, sometimes they'll show the demo assessment on here, but if it happened this year, then it probably is not reflective of that.
But we don't know that it was the city of Newton that funded that, like the other lot we talked about, because the city.
No, we just approved it because this was over the summer. They came in June and asked, because Historic Preservation had voted to preserve the lot, but but the asbestos and other things that were wrong with the property, there was going to be so much to be put into the property that it wasn't even going to be worth. So the city commission, I believe, overruled the historic preservation 4-1 and allowed the demo to proceed. So that the city, we did not pay for the demo, from my understanding.
Yeah, I don't believe there's a code abatement demo project. I think Zach's right that this item came through the commission in terms of.
Well, and with the due diligence
Approval.
period, we would be able to flesh this stuff out with the title work and all that good stuff. So if we get to that road, then that's when we'll come back to you and say, well, we maybe need to pump the brakes here.
I just find it odd that Freddie Mac would go through the expense and the time of demoing, and then,
Right.
because
Give it
usually
away.
they just write it off and let us pick it up and worry about that. And, so I'd make the motion that we accept the letter with the amendments, but with the understanding that our due diligence has got to figure out that we're not going to be on the hook for the demo or anything, and it has to be subject to no liens or.
Okay.
I have a question, though, and it's nothing to the motion. Is this on the east or west side of Walnut?
Oh, just had it. It's on the west. It's just right to the east of Pine Street, if that helps you, on 5th Street.
Yep, that's all I want to know where it was.
What was the time frame on this? Like, will you send this like today?
I'm going to draft this today and come by your office for your signature.
And then, so you said if nobody else places an offer, so would that, like, if we send this in today, what's the time frame on hearing back?
I'll know more from Roy after he enters in. This just allows him to enter it into the Freddie Mac system. He's got it all teed up, ready to go. He just needs, trying to offer it to a nonprofit. So we are that nonprofit.
If you want us to add an expiration to the letter, we could say that our offer expires in 60 days, if you'd like
I don't know
that.
if that's necessary, but I just wondered.
Yeah, that's what I'd heard from him, so.
Wouldn't be any financial hardships if all of a sudden they came in after 60 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that 60 days may encourage them, if they're using us as leverage. I mean, you don't want to be hung out there forever. I do,
That
I
was,
can see
Well, that's true.
I mean, if it doesn't hurt us, why not? Just saying.
and he, as Chris had pointed out earlier, not here, but he may very well be using us as leverage. But you know what? Hey, we'll give the free market a spin. So.
Would you like it to just expire in 60 days and revisit us if they want it to be?
Let it ride.
Let it ride?
Yeah. I mean, if it's gonna go and move in 30 to 45 days, one way or the other, I would think.
I'm good either way. Whatever you guys want.
With it being a historical district, what does that look like if somebody was to build a house?
I haven't crossed that bridge yet.
That terrifies me. It's a building.
I know, right?
Honest.
Look, I'll cross that bridge when we get there. Worst case, that's where I'm concerned about just a average Joe citizen, purchasing the lot, thinking, oh, I've got a lot in the historic district, and then they get there and they realize, oh wait, we've got issues. At least with the land bank, we can just hold it and really, feather in who we want to potentially purchase this lot. They'll know, here's XYZ that you have to do to build this back in the C3 district to historic standards. So we'll be a good protector of that. So, well, I think there's,
Yeah, Madam Chairman, there's a motion on the table, and I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Okay. All those in favor of continuing with this letter with the, what's the word? All the things included?
subject to everything Brian said.
Subject to everything, yeah. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose, same sign? Okay. You can move forward with drafting that letter,
Okay. Are we adjourned?
if that is all. We are now adjourned.
Awesome.
Slam that hammer.
All right.